Hello and welcome to the first episode of Emotional Value in Film Music. Here in this series, we're going to talk about how music plays an instrumental and probably one of the most important roles within film. And on top of that, we have sound design. Even in the period of silent movies, like during the times of Charlie Chaplin, there was something behind the movie that created an extra layer to pull people into the scene. It's a fairly important element in order to get that immersive feeling of people really following a story and keeping their focus to what's in front of them. Here's another good example I made.
Have you ever wondered or paid attention to how sound plays a bigger role than you think?
It's all of these elements coming together that create a momentum, that create rhythm. Because even in terms of speech, there is rhythm. I think if you listen to good actors, you'll find out that there is a lot of element to rhythm. Like, why is one's emotion or one portrayal of a story coming across where the other one maybe is not so much? I think it has a lot to do with emphasizing words and following a certain pattern of rhythm. If you look at most YouTube videos, the way people talk has a certain rhythm to it. And this is also the important key element in producing music for film or doing sound design and how to deal with these elements. In this first episode of Music Value, we're gonna listen to a composition that I've made on top of a movie scene from the film Lost in Translation. In the original scene, there's absolutely no music. It's just pure sound design, background noise. You're basically with them in the room.
We used to have a lot of fun. Lydia would come with me when I made the movies, and we would laugh about it all.
In an essence, this is a very strong way of manipulating a viewer to be with the movie. But in a way, I was curious if I could translate their emotion and their conversation into a piece of music. So I downloaded the movie scene, went to work, and tried to feel what they were feeling and see if I could, emphasize that with harmonies and chord progressions. Anyway, I hope you like it. And if you're interested in this sort of content, I will be bringing more of this to you. And so please subscribe to my channel if you like this sort of thing. And it'd be lovely to see you again. Thank you for watching. And let's listen to the song and watch the movie scene with it. And then we'll come back to it.
Does it get easier?
No. Yes. It gets easier.
Oh, yeah? Look at you.
Thanks. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
And now let's have a look at the same scene, but then without the music, and see what the difference is.
Oh, yeah? Look at you.
Thanks. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
Yeah. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be. I tried being a writer, but I hate what I write. And I tried taking pictures, but they're so mediocre, and every girl goes through a photography phase. Like horses. Take dumb pictures of your feet.
You'll figure that out. I'm not worried about you. Keep writing.
But I'm so mean.
Means okay.
What about marriage? Does that get easier?
That's hard. We used to have a lot of fun. Lydia would come with me when I made the movies, and we would laugh about it all. Now she doesn't want to leave the kids, and she doesn't need me to be there. The kids miss me, but they're fine. It gets a whole lot more complicated when you have kids.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's the most terrifying day of your life, the day the first one is born.
Nobody ever tells you that.
Your life, as you know it, is gone. Never to return. But they learn how to walk, and they learn how to talk, and you want to be with them. And they turn out to be the most delightful people you'll ever meet in your life.
I have to say, I'm quite happy and excited when I rewatch this and listen to this. To explain a bit of how I do this, I look at a movie scene a couple times, and then throughout the scene, I'll start playing. I start playing whatever comes to mind, whatever is inside of me, and I'll record that. And then I'll take bits out of that I say like, oh, that is really hitting the mark over here, and that's really doing well. And I do this a couple of times until I feel comfortable with the ideas that I came with. And then from that point on, I'll try to see what I can do with that without the movie. And I just play along and be like, okay, this and there, okay, cool. And then at one point, I turn on the movie scene and I get locked in, like, you know, I would always almost think sometimes I'm a bit autistic or something, but I'm not. And I don't mean any offense with that, but that's how focused I am when I do this. I look at the screen, I play my keys, there's nothing else going on. And to be honest, I love that because I have ADHD, and the moment that there's so much focus is just wonderful. So yeah, that's basically how I got there. And just start playing the keys and try to move gently over the scene. And then maybe I make a mistake, I go back on it and I try to redo it. I try to keep it as fluent as possible. I try to keep it as natural as possible. So don't try to add it too much or cut and whatnot. So yeah, that's how I try to create a flow within it. Again, it's all about flow. It's all about rhythm. Even when you're doing like these sort of jazzy chord progressions that don't seem to be that structured. I hope you feel that the music was complementary to the movie scene, and that it's sort of like translated the back and forth and the contemplation within each character's ideas of the topic. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this in general, and I'll hopefully see you at the next episode. Also, big shout out to the people who subscribed already to the channel. Seriously, without you, this channel is just one of the many bits on YouTube out there with some content. And with you, we can build a community to work towards something beautiful. Also, feel free to send me your stuff. I'd love to implement them in my episodes. Have a great day, or wherever you are, great night, good morning. Cheers.